Oh, yeah. Don't know why, but I love you, I do, girl, yeah. 'Cause I like the way you love me, oh, girl.
Chuy and I have been married for 56 years. We've known each other for 57, and we've lived here in Ventura since 1970, and we raised our kids here in Ventura. When Chuy started to get into cars more, I went along with him, you know. I says, yeah, let's do it. So he went and bought this old car, and I said, oh my God, he's not gonna fix that. It's all tore up. But yeah, he did. He fixed up a car and it looks beautiful. It's a 48 Chevy Fleetline, and it's caramel and root beer brown.
You go.
The grandkids get the biggest crack up because I said, I have to tell a funny story about Dad. And I said, but I don't have any funny stories. And I'm like, how do you not have funny stories about Dad, Grandpa? And I said, because with us, he wasn't funny. He was serious, you know?
There's a man at my house, he's so big and strong. He goes to work each day and he stays all day long. He comes home each night looking tired and beat. He sits down at the dinner table and has a bite to eat. Never a frown, always a smile. When he says to me, how's my child? I said that I've been studying hard all day in school, trying very hard to understand the golden rule. I think I'll color this man father. Color him father. I think I'll color him love. Color him love. Said I'm gonna color him father. Color him father. I think I'll color the man love. Yes, I will. Color him love. He says education.
One of the first things that I learned about my dad once I grew up and old enough to realize that he's definitely a provider. He didn't have a lot growing up from what I understand, but we never went without.
His hair, I loved his hair. He had the prettiest hair, the jet black hair, and I would just comb his hair while he was sleeping, and I would put sponge rollers, and then he'd get up and he'd say, okay, it's time for bed, and he'd get up and he'd have sponge rollers in his hair. He didn't know what he had in his hair. He had chongos in his hair.
Tell me about the arguing.
Oh, they just like to go back and forth with each other. They've been married for 50 plus years, so, you know, if you want to know what being married for 50 plus years is like, go with them. They just go back and forth about the dumbest things, but he's always teasing her, always teasing her.
I was one of those kids that on the block that had everything. I never did without. Every Christmas we got what we wanted. So I'm very proud, looking back now, very proud of him for that. For just the fact that he was the provider.
When I first see my dad, my goodness, my heart would just melt. I would just get so emotional and I'd be so excited, and all the kids would just look at me and move me out of the way because I would get all the attention.
He used to tell us about, you know, working hard and being proud of where we came from, and, you know, just giving us that good work value. And ever since we were little, and I was the baby, so I was like the hands-off one. He never spanked me, not that he spanked any of us, but it was like when we got in trouble, I was always the last one to get in trouble.
As an adult and with children of my own, I realize, looking back, how much my dad was there for me. You know, he worked 6 days a week for most of my childhood, and I could always expect my dad to show up at my Little League games, for example. I was a pitcher, and I was always nervous. I was always probably the youngest and smallest guy on the team. And it was real important for me to see my dad out in the stands. And so once I got up in the mound, I searched the field until I found this Sadiquoi jacket that he used to wear. As a matter of fact, I have the jacket here. It's from the 1960s, and this is it here. I used to look for this jacket when I was up in the mound. I never told him. He doesn't know why I have this jacket and why I took it from my mom, but it brings back those good memories when I sit there and I preach to my kids or I preach to my employees at work, and I always make sure that they know how important it is to support their children, support their kids like my dad did.
I love my dad so much, and I knew I was the spoiled one and daddy's girl.
And are you a little bit more of the emotional type of the family?
I am very emotional. When I see my dad, my heart just melts.
We always used to think we were so rich growing up because we always had everything. And as we got older, we realized it was because he worked so hard to give us what we had.
In the chapel of
I came from Simi Valley. I was born and raised in Simi Valley. And, well, naturally my wife was from Sadiquoi. So we lived in Sadiquoi. When we got married, we lived in Sadiquoi for 10 years. So, you know, we built enough money to give a down payment on this house. So here we are after whatever years it is from 1970 till now. I've always been into you know, old cars or fixing up cars. Like Mercy says, it's, you know, it's a 48 Chevy Fleetline. I paid $900 for it. I used to go to the swap meet and buy it, you know, pieces at a time, because she already knew more or less what type of car she wanted, you know, so I went along with it. So I started getting parts at the swap meet. I'd go every time there was a swap meet in Pomona and start picking up parts. So when I got the car, after 10 years, then the kids were, you know, all grown and everything, so we could afford to start building a car.
You know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around.
How many car clubs have you been in over the years?
I don't know, probably, I don't know, I would just roughly say maybe 6, 7 or 8, something like that. Actually, I was like 21 years old when I first joined my first car club. After that, I've been, you know, on and off in different car clubs. So I'm formally in the bomb life, you know, right now. And you know, like I said, I've been the Dukes, classic oldies, untouchables. How many more? I know it's been quite a few car clubs.
Roving nights.
The Pachucos and the Pachucos. Oh, we started in roving nights in Simi Valley with my brother. Before I got married. We were the roving nights in Simi Valley, and that was my first car club I joined.
About that time my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed
Pero la primera impresión que tuve de Chuy era ya más o menos en la edad de los teenagers. Todavía estaba chico, pero ya era como teenager. Entonces, la impresión que tuve cuando lo conocí, como que no le caí mal. Parece que me aceptó pues como visita o lo que sea ahí en su casa. Luego, como siempre, donde voy, yo procuro dónde está la iglesia para ir los domingos a misa. Y miré que Chuy también iba a misa todos los domingos, así que entre él y yo íbamos a misa todos los domingos. Pasó el tiempo y en la Navidad de ese año, me acuerdo que la gente andaba poniendo los adornos de Navidad, el arbolito de Navidad y los regalos y todo eso. Y por mera curiosidad, Catalina, mi cuñada, andaba mirando a ver qué regalos había ya que los demás habían puesto. Y se fijó que había un regalito chiquito que decía mi nombre para Pachita. Y era todo lo que había de su parte, una pura cajita con un regalito. Y estaba Cata, mi cuñada, con la curiosidad, ay, pues, ¿qué le regala? ¿Qué le regalará Chuy a la Pachita? Pues nomás es el único regalo que hay aquí para ella. Bueno, y llegó el día de abrir los regalos y ella con la curiosidad de ver que era un Cristo que me figuro yo que como Chuy todavía estaba recibiendo doctrina, catecismo, ¿verdad? Las monjitas les daban así regalos a los niños y me figuro que era un regalo de las monjitas o de la iglesia, pues. Todavía lo tengo ese Cristito. Y es un regalo muy inolvidable porque lo recibí con mucho, con mucho gusto y me dio mucho, me encariñé pues de ese Cristo y todavía lo tengo entre mis reliquias que tengo yo, pues, religiosas. Y ese es el recuerdo que más presente tengo de Chuy. Después siguió siendo, pues, nos seguimos mirando como muy bien, pues, nunca tuve una queja de él, ni de la familia en el tiempo que estuve ahí antes de casarme. ¿Qué más quiere que platique?
Hi, Daddy. I just want to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you have an awesome and amazing day. And I just want to tell you thank you for everything that you've done for me and my children, and that you continue to do every day for me and my children. You're such an amazing man, and I'm so thankful that you're in my life and that God has put me in your life. And He gave me to you to be my daddy. And I'm so happy and so proud of you that you've made it 80 years. And you don't look 80 and you don't act 80. We all know that. But we all love you very much, Dad. And we hope that you have a great day. Thanks for everything. Love you.
Dad, I want to wish you a happy birthday. And there's no man in this world that could have been the best father that you have been to me. I love you with all my heart. And I am who I am because you showed me to be strong, and to love my family. And I love you for that. So have an awesome birthday. Lots of hugs and kisses to you. I love you.
I don't want to get all sentimental, Dad, but I appreciate all the years of support for me and my family, my kids. You're a great grandpa. You've been a great father, obviously. So I want to wish you a happy birthday and thank you very much for everything. I love you.
Dad, God heard me when I told you about getting old together. Now you're going to be 80 years old. And we have been together for a long time. 56 years. And I've known you for 57. It's funny that, you know, here we are, you know, having a good time, our golden years, and you're gonna be 80, Daddy. I love you, and I want to wish you a happy birthday, okay?
Happy, happy birthday, baby. Although you with somebody new, thought I'd drop a line to say that I wish this happy day would find me beside you. Happy, happy birthday, baby.